What's good, people? Painless. Uh, yeah, I know it's been a grip. It's been a minute, but painless is straight. Uh, been doing some traveling. Uh, you know, about 2 months ago. I told. I think I said this in a video a couple times. I said to my. I said this. I said, I've been to Cancun like twice, um, and I didn't really. It was cool the first time. I mean, I've been to other border towns like Juarez, when I was on TDY, when I was in the Army at Fort Bliss. And I've been to Del Rio. I forget the town. I think it's called Acuna. So that's 4 times. I mean, I've been to Mexico numerous times, in other words. But as far as resort-wise, I was just in Cabo in May. And it was cool. Went there with my cousin, a couple cousins. We had a great time. Mexico just don't really do it for me. It doesn't really do it for me. It's not a place that I'm like, oh, I got to go back. But anyway, it was all right. I was there and these cousins of mine, they're older, so I was the youngest, so we had a good time. So it's more spending time with them than actual Cabo. But Cabo was cool. But yeah, that's what Painless has been doing. But I'm going to jump right into this stuff. It's, a lot has been going on. I've been paying attention. I've been taking mental notes, forgetting them and all this and whatnot. You see the title of the video, folks. And I've said this, many of y'all have been following me. I've been talking about this stuff since like 2012, folks. I've said any black man or woman out here scared of Maria or Jose, that's on you. That's your problem. That's an indictment on you. And people are starting to see things for what they are now. You even have Umar Johnson out here, having a coming to Jesus moment on this stuff. We know when Donald Trump said black job, we know what black jobs are, folks. Let's stop. As the young folks say, stop the cap. We know what black jobs are. Security guards, you know what I'm saying? At Dollar Tree, Dollar General, moving heavy stuff, industry, Every time I've had something delivered, I had a bed delivered. A platform bed, a new one. Guess who delivered it? 3 young brothers, probably between 19 to 36. Because, old head, he doing the drive and he ain't letting the young boys drive, but them young boys is doing most of the work. That's the crew. A 36-year-old brother and about a 19 and a 23-year-old. Every time. It never fails. It never fails. Who back there cooking? You got a 45-year-old brother back there. Even when I was coming up, it was always an old head back there with a perm, with a hairnet on, back there making country fried steaks. And this was like in 95, 96. We know what black jobs are. But you know what? people that see when you don't see, this is the thing. I've said this too. Black folks in America, we are not homogenous, meaning we are not one. We don't have one collective group on culture and stuff, which I'm about to get into about all this. Hispanics taking black culture. Got these fools on the West Coast talking all this stuff. But we are not a collective culture. We don't have norms and protocols that bind us together. Remember the story I said? I said you can have 5 families on one street. 5 black families on one god doggone street. And they all gonna have different ways in doing things. And how they move and how they do this. I've lived around a lot of Samoans and Tongans, Polynesians on one block. Guess what? They all pretty much do the same damn thing. You know why? Because they have norms and protocols and culture that binds them. When I go to this Samoan family house at the end of the block, and then the one maybe 6 houses down, they're gonna be doing the same shit. Excuse my language. Everything they think about life and culture and how to do things, respect, how a child should be, is unified. You got black folks living, oh, I don't beat my kid. Oh, I choke the hell out of my kids. Oh, it's just all over the place. We a Muslim family. Oh, we Roman Catholic. Oh, we Pentecostal. Oh, we Methodist. And look, when you have a weak culture, which African American culture is weak, it is subpar. When only thing that brings you together is fried chicken, greens, peach cobbler, and turkey necks, and doing the WAP. I mean, what? Anybody can come through and infiltrate. You got these fools out here. There's a viral video, and I'm going to get back to the black jobs. There's this viral video. Well, it's kind of viral. Not everything is. It appears everything is viral now. You got some, I don't know if they was Asian or somewhere in Asia they was in blue doing the Crip walk and talking about this is Latino. I don't know, it was something crazy. Look, to make a long story short, folks, when all you have is dancing and food, anybody can hijack that shit. You got Tariq Nasheed talking about, the Asian, I guess pop locking or breaking is an Olympic sport right now. And the Asians are dominating. Little Filipino, little Ernie Reyes Jr. looking jokers competing for the gold, bronze, and silver. And I'm like, who gives a damn? When all your culture is summarized in dancing and food, what the hell what you think was gonna happen? There ain't no other intellect, protocols, norms, things that it's not. Look, black American culture is not worthy. It's fluid. It's just there. It's a byproduct. And I said that most black folks in America that is quote unquote FBA or FD, whatever you call, is a little white person. That's it. And I've said this, I've been overseas, I've been around the world, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, especially, many of you know I lived abroad in Hawaii for a while. When a black man and a white man is in a foreign place, you'll realize how much more y'all have in common. Trust me. Black folks love to talk that just because it ain't white, we should be cool. No, my brother. That ain't the case. And I've said this about all you Negroes out here talking about, oh, I'm leaving the country. If Trump get in, I'm moving. I saw a brother, he had to be like in his late 40s, early 50s. Don't work out, got them diabetes marks on his cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Gut all the way out to Timbuktu. Talking about if Trump get elected, I'm moving to Canada. Brother, that's the least of your worries, brother. And I've said, do you know? Look, growing up in the South, I mean, there was a lot of references by dudes back in the day, rappers that would talk about Trump. Like, yeah, I'm hitting harder than Trump. I got more, greens, some catching to his, highlighting, I got more, much money as Trump. This whole thing. And I wonder, there's a couple reasons why I find black folks don't like Trump. The only one of them is he's representing the Republican Party. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the early 90s, Trump was the man. Yeah, I know you want to talk about the Central Park 5 and his takeout on that article and stuff like that. I mean, people, and I've said this, black folks, you need to understand, if anybody should know this, people talk shit. Black folks think they got the only right to talk shit around this mug. No, you don't. People talk shit about you, black folks. Yes, people talk shit about you. White people talk a gang of shit. Mexicans, Hispanic, ain't talk a lot of shit about. I mean, I talk a lot of shit about y'all, about us, whatever. But you know who talks the most shit? Black folks. See, black folk, a lot of black folk can dish shit. They like to dish it out, but they can't take it. They can't take it. And then they want to bow up. And I've talked about that. That stuff don't work. That stuff don't work. All that tough black guy shit that used to go on, that's out. Ain't nobody scared, no. It used to be brothers come through and, the way these young boys now, these young boys is getting stomped out, putting rear naked chokes, getting their damn shoulders popped by these white boys and Mexican boys doing this MMA. But y'all, they out there training, and you talking about Glock switches and holes and jewelry. And then when there ain't no pistols around, you getting put in the damn diamond cutter. You getting put in the diamond cutter and having your heads pounded in the damn sidewalk, driveway. So that nobody, ain't nobody hearing that shit, And like I said, culture. I don't want. Hey, look. When only thing you opening up is chicken shacks, tax preparation services, that's all you got. The best thing a black folks can do is get in where you fit in, get the goddamn chip off your shoulder, And I said that this woman, Simone Sanders, on this thumbnail, is the representation. This is the culprit of this insane way of thinking. Women like her. Look at her. Look at her. this whole black woman hear me roar bullshit. That's not feminine. Well, I'll say this. Let me say this. That hairstyle, because you got women in the Sudan, parts of Africa that are feminine, that wear their hair like this. This young lady is part of that westernized, hear me roar, hashtag me too, hashtag LGBT bullshit. That's why she has that hairstyle. The women in other parts of the world in Africa that wear that's part of the culture, something that black America is devoid of. This is some feminazi bullshit right here. And it's not attractive. It's that DEI hairstyle. We couldn't find you nowhere. We'll stick your ass. We'll make up a position. You're going to be diversity, equity, director, coordinator bullshit. That's that hairstyle. That's what it is, folks. And I've said that you up here worried about Maria and Jose, that's your own goddamn fault. You fumbled your own bag. You fumbled your own. You was a lot of black folks too busy picking their ass, dropping it like it's hot. Now you're 46. I met this woman. My Lord, boy, I swear for God. I met this woman, 46, and we were talking. I'm going to just show you. See, and another thing, this is the dating pool. A lot, especially where I'm at, you have these sorority, which I'm about to get into. You got these sorority sisters. I want a man. If you don't know Jesus, then you're not gonna know me. But you got 3 goddamn crumb snatchers from 2 different daddies. But you up here wanting me to be a man of God, and to know Jesus is to know me, and all that bullshit. Let me tell you something. I said a lot. I said a lot. Let me tell you something. I met this woman, 46, and she's from Birmingham, Alabama. And we was talking, conversation. I told her, hey, yeah, I'm from Alabama, I'm from the country, the country, whatever. And we got to talking, getting rapport. She was cool, and she's a director in a certain industry. Successful. No qualms about that. Educated, cool. I'm not. It's nothing inherently wrong with education. And I like an educated woman. Okay, But we got to talking. So one time, I called her, and because we had spoken before, but this one time I had called, and we got to talking about relationships, and then she came with that old bull jive about 1/3 of men are in prison. You using these old 1991 Ricky Lake talk show. You too, some old Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael shit. You'll get a kick if you are young. Google Ricky Lake relationships, Sally Jesse Raphael. You're gonna be like, damn, this shit really. This has been going on for decades. Yes, young man, young lady, it has. Anyway. And yeah, she came with them old ass talking points, and I had to go on and piece her up real quick, and get on up out the way with that. In terms of that, I said no, we're not gonna do that. You're not going to use those old black men, half is gay, 20% is in jail, blah, blah, blah. No. And I'm going to tell you why. This is what confirmed, this is why I said, damn, Painless, brother, you still got it. When we was on the phone, I heard like a child. I heard it faintly. Then I can tell this child was up on her. Because I can hear it faintly in the distance. And then about 5 minutes in our conversation, I heard the child. I heard, like, okay, I was like, okay. And I didn't pay it no mind. I didn't pay it no mind. Then about 10 minutes into our conversation, she said, we got to talk about kids. She was like, yeah, I got 2 adult daughters, 27 and 24. And and then she's like, well, I'm going to just say this, I do have a 4-year-old. I said, oh, okay. So I said, oh, okay. But in my mind, I said, that's her child. And then I said to myself, Painless, this woman, and this woman is 46 years old, which tells me, and she got divorced she was married before, got divorced in 2017. And this is when I started using math, I started calculating. I said, this woman got divorced in 2017, jumped on the ding-a-ling carousel, probably for about 2.5, 3 years. Met a dude and got pregnant at 42 years old. But is on a dating website now with a 4-year-old child at 46. And might I add, she's a sorority sister. Head of one of the not only she's president of one of the chapters of a prominent sorority group, a Greek sorority group, Black Greek sorority group. Yet this woman is a director in a certain industry with 2 grown kids. Is essentially a single mother, a baby mama at 42 on a dating app. And I said, damn, where's the father at? I didn't ask her that. But these are things that started going on in my mind. I said, lady, you are, in my mind, I said, you are 46 years old doing shit that you're in the same bag as these young girls out here, 19 to 25. Only thing is you got a doctorate's degree. You have a doctorate's degree. President of a prominent Black Greek fraternity, a sorority, or whatever. Head of directorship of in a said hospital. Yet you out here with a 4-year-old damn child that you ain't with the daddy. And you know what, folks? These are you know what's sad about this? These are the type of sisters that are telling Black men, you are white adjacent, that how dare you seek self-interest? Who are you to step off this Democrat? Who are you to go against the Democrats? Who are you? I'm pro-Biden. And she made that known too. I said, okay. These are these sisters, brothers. These are the ones that are trying to call shots. These are the ones that perpetuate this nonsense and this BS inside the so-called black community. These are obstacles to progress. These type of women. And you know what? Brothers like myself are divorcing ourselves from women like this that think this is of this ilk. I've talked to people. I said, this damn shit ain't all about no doggone color in black and white. This is a war of the minds. We're in a war of the minds. Ain't gonna be no civil war with white folks against black folks. This ain't 1863. Ain't gonna be no muskets and cannons and charge. Ain't none of that shit. This is a war of the minds. And guess what? People, when you're a 46-year-old single baby mama whose father ain't in that child's life, that tells me all about your mental stability in making decisions. That's what that tells me. That's what that tells me. These are the women like this, these are the women that are pulling the levers, folks. And black men have said, fuck that shit, I'm out. You can have this. I'm done. I'm out ski. Deuces. Real talk. That's what a lot of black men that have sat back and pondered and say, you know what? I'm not even fighting this shit no more. I'm out. And that's why, see, the gender war used to be about squabbling. oh, black men ain't shit. Black women ain't shit. Oh, y'all the most, y'all in jail, y'all gay. Y'all the least married. Huh, y'all don't wear y'all hair. It used to be about squabbling, verbal jousting. Now, and I remember, I don't know if this brother's still Soul and Black. I remember Soul and Black, cool brother from B More. He did a video. See, he been talked about this. The Wall of Silence. Shout out to brother Soul and Black. I don't know where you are, but he's a good brother. Was well ahead of his time in terms of thought associated with this topic. Topics similar to this. Wall of silence. That's it. Like you weren't even there. Like you were never there. That's it. I'm out. Brothers are out. Own interests. Shout out to brother Dennis Sperling, excuse me. Brother Dennis Sperling. We done. Out skis. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Aloha. We gone. We are done. At least painless is. See, because there's no reasoning or record. You can't. What can I do with that? What the hell can I do with that? Nothing. And see, folks, these are the type of women that will say, these are the types that provide aid and cover and act as the Trojan horse for the very downfall. You see, y'all put this senile fool in the office of the White House. Now look, the emperor has no clothes. Sharita? this is it. This is what you got. You're gonna put all your eggs in this basket still? You can't work with that. You cannot work with that. We are worlds apart in thought. And what did I say? Ain't gonna be no damn AR. Ain't gonna be no Rittenhouses running around here gunning down No, this is a war of the minds. And it so happens that these women who think like that are usually not married. These are the ones of the late, great Kevin Samuels talked about. Most educated, sleeping alone at night. Is that natural? Nope. See, these people like this stuff, like this system, they operate under unnatural order. These are the women that sit in these big ass houses with no goddamn furniture in them. Talking about rights and, we got to love everyone, black and brown. And any black man that thinks outside of that is white adjacent. He's a wannabe. He doesn't really think. Lo and behold, that I have my own brain cells, develop my own concepts of thought. How dare you? Who are you, black man? You can't think on your own. You know what I mean? Sisters I'm running to, they can't, they're just intrigued how cool I am, but my thought and philosophy on things in life is so polar opposite to them. And that's the conclusion I've come to. Most sisters, I would say about 90% of black women, painless, I'm not compatible with. You know why? Because, we could get past, all the clowning, all the barbecue talk. Oh, shit, you remember this group from the 90s? All that? Yeah, oh, shit. We cool on that. But once we start getting into lifestyle, like, hey, you sure you want to be, you sure you want to go on that cruise, Sharita? And you just you're like a month behind on rent? You sure you want to buy all the, you sure you want to buy these retro Jordans when your insurance is lapsed by 2 months on your car? These are the sisters that I've run into. Very educated, but broke, fake, submissive, than a mug. See, when you start getting into that, that's where the drop off. That's where, I told you I met a sister from New Orleans. She said I gave her cop vibes. But I know her story. She's part of that ilk. And now when they get up into their mid 40s, early 40s, they want a good guy now. But they can't hide it. That's what I noticed about it. They can't hide it. That fake submissive shit is real. And they eventually show their hand. So, but yeah, folks, I just want to, drop in. And I know it's been a while. But that's all I got to say. Painless out.